Hey, Martin and Chelsea Matthews here. We're founders of M Wealth Group, a financial services and consulting agency. We're also authors of this book, Let's Fight About Money, and we have helped many clients with their finances over the years to help them build an unbreakable financial house so they can handle anything that comes their way financially, create the life that they want, and make the impact that they want to make. And over those years of helping many clients with their finances, many of our clients are business owners, and we've gotten a chance to see all the details of their finances and many details of their business as well. And we've really gotten an inside look on many businesses, the challenges and barriers that they face. And us in our business, we have implemented very specific management tools that have helped us to organize, to scale, to grow and expand our business. And so now we want to share some of these tools and insights with you. We've been sharing them with some of our clients, and now we want to expand. Actually, we're creating a new venture to be able to help more people with this.
Yeah, so look, there's what we call the problems of business. So you start a business, you start a venture, and you're thinking all the different ways you're going to be successful with it, and then you're trying to expand, like how much freedom you have. Like you want the freedom to go into the marketplace, take a product, a service, and deliver it, and then get paid for it. But then you promptly realize you start to run into different barriers. It could be anything from like, how do I set the right structure? Which state should I incorporate in? Should I have an S Corp or a C Corp? All these different questions start popping up. And then you start running into different barriers. Should I have a website? How should I price my services? Should I do all these different things? And then eventually, for some people, the barriers knock them out. It's like, there's way too many barriers. And you could have like a going business where you got employees, you got different things going on, you're making lots of sales, but then you're dealing with employee turnover. How do you find the right executives? How do you actually place yourself inside of your business? All of these are different things people run into. So in this video, we're going to talk about increasing revenue specifically.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, you talk about people starting a business and having this goal and this dream and wanting to expand and help and, do all of these things, create the life that you want. And then, you may be, as a business owner, at different times in your business, be thinking like, what the hell am I doing? Like, why did I want to do this?
Why did I want to punish myself this way?
You go from like escaping the 9-to-5 to then like becoming a slave to your business. And there's a saying of like, working paycheck to paycheck to then working payroll to payroll, right? And so like figuring out, learning these things as you go, each barrier, each challenge, each next step in your business, then you have a whole new set of problems, which is actually a good thing. A lot of us want to like escape problems or get away from problems, but really we just want bigger, better problems to solve, because if you're growing and expanding in life and business, you should be getting new problems. You shouldn't be having to face the same old stuck problems. You should be growing and expanding. And so with 2024 coming to an end, 2025 is starting very soon. God, this year went by so fast. Is many people are thinking, okay, did I hit my goals? Did I hit my revenue goals? Did I grow and expand my business? Did I do the things that I wanted to do this year? Or did you come up short? Like, that you probably could have made more. That you could have XYZ, whatever it is that you were trying to accomplish, grow, expand in your business this year, you probably know that you came up a little bit short. Even if you hit your targets, you might realize maybe your targets were too small, right?
That's the problem with hitting a target, because you're like, dang, we crushed this target, and then you're like, oh, dang, we probably should have made the target bigger, because if you crush that target, what was the capability of how much more you could do? How much more money did you actually leave on the table by setting the targets too small?
Yeah. So either you may be facing some of these right now, and you may be thinking about them right now in your business and moving into the new year. Okay, how am I going to do something different? How am I going to get to the next level? How am I going to get bigger, better problems? And you may be thinking, oh, maybe you came short on your revenue goals. Maybe you came short on your profit goals. Maybe you weren't even looking at profit. Maybe you're thinking about revenue and not looking at the profit. And as you're growing and expanding and taking on more employees and taking on new challenges. And
get hit with taxes and all the different things that come with doing a business.
Yeah, even if your revenue is growing, your expenses may grow even more. And so being able to navigate, making sure that not just your revenue is growing, but you're getting some profit in there as well. And then like, what the heck do I do with it? Do I put it back in my business? Yeah. Do I invest in something else? Do I give my employees a raise? What do I do? And so looking at, did you come up short with your revenue goals? Did you have too small of goals and you should have had bigger goals? Do you feel a lot of business owners have this problem? And we help them to put in organization in their finances and also in their business. And so you may be thinking like, oh my God, I need some organization in my business, but like I'm doing too many tasks. I have too much on my plate. I'm overwhelmed. Like if I can't take on one more thing right now. And so like, how do you start taking things off of your plate without letting things drop out? How do you start delegating things? Either if you're a solopreneur and you don't have any employees yet, like do you start taking on some employees, or do you start outsourcing? Or if you have employees, are they reaching their targets and goals? Do you have goals and targets for them? Do you know how to properly train them? Are they coming in and asking you questions all the time, how to do the same thing over and over? And you're having to like retrain them all the time.
Repeat yourself a million times.
So looking at really like, what are the challenges that you're facing in your business? Are you clear about what those challenges are? Do you know like, oh yes, I need to increase my revenue? I mean, pretty much any business owner wants to increase the revenue, and if you don't, then that's the problem right there, because you're going to eventually go down. Expenses always cost more, payroll is always going to cost more. So if you're not constantly trying to increase your revenue, then you're going to eventually become obsolete.
So nothing stays flat in this universe. If you leave a car parked outside and nobody drives it and nothing happens, it never stays flat. Eventually that car would deteriorate. Over a period of years, it's going to get rusty. Something's going to happen. It's going to go into a lower condition. It's going to deteriorate. So your business is the same way. If your business stays flat, it is going to deteriorate. Anything that you think I'm just going to maintain, it will deteriorate. If your income is the same as it was 2 years ago, 5 years ago, I guarantee you're able to buy less things and have a much lower quality of life, even if your income stayed the same, because this is a universe of expansion. On this planet, you've got to constantly expand just to keep up with just to maintain, you have to expand. That's the baseline. So I was sending out a message today to a bunch of people on our list. My question to them was, okay, it's the end of the year. What issues did you run into in 2024? What issues in your business and your finances did you run into? You know what they are. You know the areas you were trying to expand into, and bam, you hit a wall, you hit a barrier. You were trying to hire some people, and maybe you got some great people, maybe you didn't. Maybe you hired some people and they didn't stay. And we ran into all those kinds of things before, and that's a lot of the ways that we learned. Okay, how do you actually look at what's happening in the world, the world of your business that you're controlling? You're the king or queen of that domain, right? You're setting the targets. You're the king and queen of that area, and are you coming up short? Especially when it comes to the revenue goals, the revenue targets. And then like, what are you going to do? You're just going to go the effect of that? No. You've got to then look at, what am I going to do? It's going to be a new year. You wipe the slate clean. 2024 is pretty much done. What are you going to do differently in 2025 to ensure that your targets, your bigger targets are hit? Even if you missed a target last year, in whatever area, because maybe you should have more than one target. So if you missed the targets, or maybe you widely exceeded them and you realize you need to set the targets higher, those are things that you need to be thinking and looking at.
Okay, I want to say something else on when you're talking about nothing stays flat, right? And we're talking about doing the same things over, because maybe you feel like you're doing well and you're comfortable and things are going well and you have some successful actions, but if you don't know what actions to take to get to the next level, to continue growing and expanding, then that can be a very dangerous position. And so maybe you don't know the things that you need to be looking at because it seems like things have been going pretty well.
Yeah.
There's quite a few businesses that I've talked to that they say, oh, we don't have to do any marketing. Like we just get referrals or, word of mouth, which is great. That is an awesome thing to have, the referrals and the word of mouth. But you have to expand your outflow. You have to continually be communicating with more and new people because that is not going to last forever.
Yeah.
And if something happens in the economy or something changes, you're going to have to do something bigger and better to be able to maintain. And so it's important to look at each area. There's actually different divisions in your business, different areas. And when you first start out a business, you're doing everything, right? You're doing all of the things. And then as you start delegating, as you start getting employees or outsourcing or getting help, you realize how many hats that you're wearing. And when you try to get somebody else to do it and you realize, oh shit, that was 3 different jobs, that I thought could be 1 or 6 different jobs, And so being able to understand how to divide your business into activities, actions, posts, jobs, hats, and being able to make sure that those are organized, that the people who are doing them know what is expected, and having these things organized and all put together is extremely important. And so by understanding each one of these areas, just like in your financial house, we talk about your financial house, there's 6 building blocks that make up your financial house, and you've got to know where you are in each one of these building blocks. If you don't know what the building blocks are, how do you know where you are or what to focus on or what to improve or what to strengthen or what risks you face? So it's the same thing in your business, is understanding what these different divisions are and what needs to happen for them to flow smoothly. You got to know where you are in each one of those areas to know, are you at risk in any of these areas, and what do you need to do to strengthen them so that you can grow and expand and reach your goals in the new year and beyond.
Yeah. So this is one of the ways that if you like that and you want to know where you are, what are the strengths and weaknesses of your business right now, leave us a comment or send us a DM, and we'll send you a free business analysis. So you'll select a questionnaire that you should take and you get a business analysis, and we'll go over that where you can see exactly what the strengths and weaknesses are, but also what to do, how well you're doing compared to your peers, your competitors. Are they doing better in certain areas than you? Are their numbers better? Are their metrics better? And then could you end up taking more market share? And then in a new year, a lot of businesses do marketing. You'll see the gym will start promoting. Everybody, you'll get come to the gym for 10 cents for a week, whatever. You'll see all these promotions.
Everybody's ready to get fit in January.
Yeah.
February, goals are gone.
Yeah. So
don't let that be you with your business.
Don't let that be you, man. There's going to be a lot of noise, and when you want to, the reason why businesses want to kick off into the new year, it's especially in the first quarter, is because it sets them up. It sets a certain momentum up for the rest of the year. Businesses that start having momentum, you start moving into higher and higher levels of conditions and getting into better and better conditions. Once you have a great first quarter, which is, you break that down as a great first week, a great first month, you end up with a great first quarter, sets you up for the rest of the year. So in order to do that, you need to be preparing right now.
Otherwise, you're just playing catch up the rest of the year.
Yes.
You got to catch up the second quarter. Now you got to catch up the third quarter. And oh shit, it's the end of the year.
Yeah, and you know, in sales and in sales, you'll see a lot of places will do like cars and all that. They'll do a lot of stuff towards the end of the year.
December to remember. They'll do Black Friday, all these different things. Why? Because they're trying to make up. They're trying to do all these sales towards the end of the year, and you'll see people kicking a gear at the end of the year. If you start off the year strong, you run it through the year, and that's the way you got to do it. You can't do it without a plan. You got to know what the strengths and weaknesses of your business is, and then an exact plan on what to do. Too many business owners are guessing. When you guess wrong.
You can guess wrong. Sometimes you can guess right, but when you're spending so much of your business guessing, what's the right thing to do? What's the next best thing? What's the next marketing thing? What's the next thing to do? All these different things. If you guess wrong, it costs you money and it costs you time.
And just the mental energy that it takes to not be certain, but to know the exact actions to take. It's like gives you mental clarity, peace of mind, and you can and your creativity to come up with bigger, better ideas, to grow and expand, to put your attention on more income producing activities. It frees that up. The amount of attention that you spend on, did I make the right decision? Is this what I should do? Is this the best? Am I missing out on something? Is it going to be wrong?
You're not even in present time anymore. You're
just
like thinking on the past.
Imagine knowing and moving with certainty.
Yeah. So comment business or send us a DM with the word business, and we'll get you a free business analysis so you can know exactly. This is a pretty comprehensive business analysis, and you get a report with it to know what are the strengths and weaknesses of your business, what areas you need to be focusing on. You would actually get realizations just by answering these questions. They're very simple questions, but you'll get amazing realizations. You'll be like, damn, maybe I should have been thinking about those things, but I'm not. The way even the questions are worded gets you to think about your business as a whole and then how you can improve it.
So for YouTube, we have to have some link or something.
Yeah, just comment. If you see this on YouTube or wherever you see it, just comment. Wherever you are, you should be able to comment. So comment the word business.
Back to okay.
Just comment business or send us a message, whichever platform you watch this on, and then comment the word business, and it will get you a business analysis that will help you identify the plus points, the key things that are working in your business, and the things you definitely need to be work on.
The dangers that will take you out.
And what's costing you money. There's sometimes you have blind spots you don't know that's costing you a lot of money. You don't realize it until it becomes aware. So just like when a car's in a blind spot, you don't know it's there, but there's a danger. If you move too quickly one way, you run into a danger. You could have a blind spot you're not seeing that's costing you a lot of money, costing you danger, but without you realizing it. The only way is to look. And then you analyze the scene. When you look at something, when you look in your mirror, you're analyzing to see what is the actual scene around you. That's what you're doing when you do a business analysis. You're analyzing the scene that's there to know what are the dangers, what are you doing well, what are the dangers, and then how do you handle it.
Thanks for watching.
All right, see you guys next time.